Well, hello everybody. Today I'm going to be discussing a commentary that I saw on YouTube, which really touched me, and I really thought it would be something good to share with, well, English-speaking people or English-speaking Mexicans that maybe don't understand Spanish. It's really a sad thing that the media is blacking out the splendor of what is going on in Mexico right now, and I felt I had to expose it. One of the things that I was watching today, I try to watch the AMLO-Vision, it's Andrés Manuel López Obrador Conferencia Presidente, which is the live conference every day, which, by the way, is unheard of. You know, to have someone speak of what's going on in the nation, and letting the people know what's going on, you know, sharing with them and asking their input and taking them into consideration when it comes to the affairs of the state. And so the thing is, I found this video, and it was quite by accident. It just happened that the other video I was watching ended, and then these guys came on, and some of the things that they said really hit a nerve with me. Not that they said anything bad. In fact, they were also outraged at what's going on with the news. You know, what they're doing, how they're leading the people like sheep to slaughter, so to speak. But anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and put them on, and then stop it periodically and translate. Oh darn. Okay, it looks like, okay, all right, so there. Now he's introducing this gentleman who's known as the Cubano, which is the Cuban, and also known as the Poeta del Silencio, which is the poet of silence, or regarding silence, or something to that effect. But you know, like he expresses what he says in silence, which is really interesting. But in any case, he said a poem which I found really touching, and I hope that they will reach out to me and let me know that it's okay to use his poem in something I'm writing, and if he does, that would just be awesome. But anyway, I will reach out to them. But in the meantime, I do want to let you know that he well, he's going to say a poem, but also before that, they're going to show you some of the like portions of the video that I believe was from yesterday morning, because Manuel, the President AMLO, you know, let's just say AMLO because he's got a very long Mexican name. It's Andrés Manuel López Obrador, so everybody affectionately calls him as AMLO. And I'll do that from here on, as of today. In any case, they're going to be talking about what's going on in the press in regards to the conference, the video conference that the president gave yesterday, which is always available on YouTube every day. Of course, it's live and people can make commentaries, call in. There's like, I mean, a really interaction, you know, to have an interaction with the president is also quite incredible. But anyway, so these gentlemen are going to be talking about something, and I'll stop it from time to time to let you know kind of what it means, you know, because I think I forgot the translation. Oh my goodness. I meant to put on the translation there, and apparently I didn't. So I'm going to have to do it myself. Okay. So they're saying we're going to speak in this time about that attack that has been, you know, done unto AMLO, because he was referring to poverty and mentioned, you know, about how animals cannot be asked to feed themselves. Oh my goodness. Where they're using this they use these words, which he was talking about how people need to be provided for, in the sense that the people were poor and sometimes would only get like one meal a day. So here he is talking about how when you talking about fishing, people put out the saying, you know, don't give away the fish, teach a man to fish. How many times have we heard this? So surely, you know, you can teach them how to fish, but justice is also to teach the poor people and even to know that even animals have emotions. It's been demonstrated. You can't say to your pet, okay, now go figure out how you're going to eat. You have to give it to them. You have to give them their daily meals or their nutrition. But in the concept of the neoliberals, they just call that like you're being paternal, and everything was in a quote system. Like if a person or quota, that if a person was poor and they had a problem, they couldn't even afford to have an operation, because even if it was in a public hospital, they still had to pay 5 or 10,000, 15,000, 20 even. But from where? Where would the poor people get that money to have that operation? And the same with the food at school, you know, like not all the children had money to buy food. So he provided food anyway. So here now they have this campaign, which they're saying that he's not capable of governing. That if you're rich, you're a fifi. And that if you're poor, you're a mascot, which is the word they use for pet. But, you know, they were explaining that it's a very informal language, that he was trying to explain how the people need to be helped. Just like you would help a pet, you know, because it's at their reach to give it to them, and to make sure that someone can have the medical treatment, operations that they need, and or also, you know, food, their daily meals, kids in school to have their meal even though they're poor. He's giving the people hope. They changed what the focus of what he was saying, this dirty attack, taking the pardon me, I'm gonna pause this for a minute. Anyway, so they were talking about how here AMLO is, you know, just trying to clarify why it is that he has provided, you know, the money and you know, the free meals to the students, and you know, there's kind of like a stipend and grants and everything so that children can have what they need to go to school, and free meals should be included in education, and that education is a right, not what was the word he used? That it wasn't just something like an inheritance for the elite, but that it was actually a right for the people to have an education. Anyway, so that's what they were talking about. And so anyway, they're now discussing how this other lady, it looks like Rufina Cruz, made a statement saying, "I'm respectful, but regarding the talk that he had regarding Spain, and also calling people little animals, to the vulnerable, etc., that he felt that it was imprudent or prudent. Was it a prudent thing to say about the people?" And then she asked, "What's your opinion on this?" But anyway, that's the one they're discussing right now, which I'm going to start again. So this is the petition that she thought was, this is the petition that she thought was prudent to consider, that because he said those things about the people, you know, being left without their basic necessities, that the corporate press has put this out on their news, that they need to they need to consult national analysts to solicit medical attention and psychological capacity, or the mental capacity of AMLO, like if he's crazy for saying that people are entitled to food just as an animal, and you know, that your pet. Not saying that the Mexican people were pets, of course, but that the way the government was preventing the people from having even the bare necessities, enough money for food, or even lunches at school for the children and things like this, was what he was referring to, because that is what he has instituted. He has instituted that all the children will get meals in school, and also that they'll be getting grants, and they can go even up to the college level with grants and free education. And I mean, he's putting it in action. He's not just talking about it. He's actually doing something with his presidency, you know, to help the people. And that's what he's explaining, that he's that he's doing that to help the people. In any case, I'll put it back on. It's very offensive. It's disrespectful to all these people that are doing that. I usually don't like to compare. And I'm going to say in the Bible that talks in Matthew 6:26, where it says a comparative text. So notice that the birds in the sky provides for the birds in the sky, that they don't have to, that God provides for even the birds in the sky. That won't He provide for you? And that's not an offensive thing to say. It's just saying that if God provides even for the animals, you know, why won't you provide for the people? That even animals have you know, the rights to have food and their needs met. Have you been concerned all this time about giving food to the poor and making sure that they were provided for when you were in office? Apparently not. Okay, so here they try to say this lady, Frida Garcia, muy sufrida, who's apparently saying this statement that yes, we're all animals for sure, but AMLO said that these poor people are little animals and mascots or pets. And then she highlights mascots or pets. And then she's trying to say that AMLO should ask for forgiveness for saying that, when in fact he was simply saying that that even pets are provided for. Why are the people of Mexico not being given the same opportunities? In any case, let me restart it. So that was an ugly, you know, lack of respect. And that's how we see them. Open our eyes and hear close your ears to these false comments. So here you can see that it says that AMLO is one of the most accepted presidents. We are third, where it talks about the people that love their leaders, and apparently the Philippines loves their leader 81%. Portugal loves their leader 71%, and Mexico loves their leader 67%. And actually the numbers are much higher than that when you look at his approval rating. When he goes on YouTube on a daily basis, it's usually around 99% approval. And I'm talking thousands of people on a daily basis. But in any case, this one says that the opposition has doubts about him, and yet it's evident everywhere you look. So that's number 3 with the most. He's only been in his position for 4 months, and he is one of the most beloved presidents. And everyone understands, or should understand, that it was used as a comparable example of how the words were used to describe how people even care about their pets. And so they're saying, who is it that is protesting this so strongly? Well, it's the rich people, and it's the people that they had nothing to lose. They've never suffered the hunger and all the things that the poor people are suffering. But so anyway, they're ending this video, and he does have this poem which he wants to tell to the people. And this poem which he wrote, it encompasses everything that we've just talked about. So I'm going to let him say it in Spanish without interruption, and then hopefully there's sound on this actually. Okay, so something happened here with this video, and this is very frustrating. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to put it back on. I'm going to put it back on one more time. And I'm going to translate this time. Okay, and I'm going to pause it when I want to stop and say what it says, okay? They say, my friend Obrador, that you are the enemy of the working people. They say, my friend Obrador, that your transformation is as untrue as the kisses of the unfaithful lover. They say, amigo Obrador, so many horrible things about you without taking notice that you are one of those men that are willing to die facing the sun without taking your eyes off of its splendor. This I say, my friend Obrador, who has had the fortitude to allow himself every morning be crucified with words with bad intentions. This say I, my friend Obrador, that even so they question you, even though you give them the right to even pull at your skin, to those ignorance with paper and pen. Tell me that, now this part I'm going to replay because it was a little bit hard for me to tell me, and then he's saying, the people, my friends, the people of, well, I guess like the people of the country. Which son of your land? Okay, so which son of your land gave you permission to share